Into our first match of the day with Rabbit Rock. Burn deck. Kinda sad that I cut. I just cut some of my life gain from the reserves, so you know. Them's the beats. Yeah, this hand doesn't have any wild cards in it. We only have 2 thresholds, but we get to Inquisition on 2, and looks like we're on the play. So, see how that goes. Alright, so I need to... move this up a little bit here, so that way it's not blocking the number of cards in my deck. You can still see the top of my deck here a little bit. Move this. Alright, yep, we're going to lead on Shard Ancients here for blood, so we can Inquisition on 2, and then hopefully curve right on out. Hopefully this Inquisition is able to clear the way so this Vampire King can stick. Ideally we hit another Shard in our first 2 draw steps, and we just get to curve right on out. Hey, Rogue. Let's see if they could be a Skarn deck. Yep, looks like they're a 1-drop aggressive deck. So if we hit our resources here, we should be okay with this hand, like having the Hierophants into. Sweet. We're going to need to draw wild at some point, but we still have stuff to do, even if we just draw. We don't, so we got that going for us. What does my Inquisition see? Yurties and Crackling Bolts and all sorts of annoying stuff here. So this is objectively the most powerful card in their hand. They can use 2 of these to kill my Vampire King. I think I'm just taking the Crackling Bolt here. It gives them a charge on top of everything else. And they're going to need to draw a 3rd resource to play the Fireball anyway, so they have the actual threshold. So this guy, this is a card that used to see a ton of play, doesn't see quite as much anymore. So this is a 1-drop with 0/1 with Rage that when it attacks, it gives another troop plus power equal to its power until end of turn. So he's going to play this Baby Yeti out here, and this is going to attack and go up to 1 power, and it'll give the Baby Yeti 1 power. So we will have, I'll be attacking for 3 here on turn 2. So they've got Burn, Crackling Bolt, Mama. Or Burn, Fireball, Mama. And then we don't know the 4th card in their hand. They miss on a Shard for a turn. We should be pretty well off here. Hopefully we hit a wild so we can play this out and activate our champ power. Hey, Sam. Okay, Extinction's actually not bad. I'm definitely going to just Herofall this nerd, though. Huh. I'm actually going to pass the turn here, because I don't mind if they draw another Quash Ridge Tusker here. Or, yeah, Quash Ridge Tusker, because I have this Extinction to, like, clean up a second one plus this Baby Yeti. So I'm just going to pass the turn and enter combat. I'm going to Herofall this Dork. They could also have something like Seeing Red or something to pump this up with. Hopefully my opponent misses a Shard drop here. That would be great for us. Are in fact playing 4 of that card. Down to 17. So we have 3 Vampire Kings as life gain in our main deck, along with 2 copies of Artisanal Cheesesmythe. That's theoretically life gain. Crackling Bolt. That's not a Shard. Miss? Did we miss? Yeah, sweet. Shard. Shard. And a card we can't play. That's unfortunate. So they've got Burn, Fireball, Baba Yeti. 1 card we don't know. We know it's not a Shard. We're playing 25 Shards in our deck. Things that feel bad for 100. At least they're missing 2. This is like sitting here being annoying though, which kind of sucks. If we would have hit this turn, we would have been able to stick this Vampire King and then like start beating them down unless they've drawn a burn. Once they hit a 3rd Ruby Shard, they're going to be able to burn plus Fireball this Vampire King, which is like still a 2-for-1 that's okay for us, but it'd feel better if this like got to get in first, basically. Did you hit? You did not. Alright. Man, what a beating. The only decision we made this game that could have changed the outcome of what's happening right now is we could have played our slow shard for wild on 1, but I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to have done what we did so we could Inquisition on 2. So we know Burn, Fireball, Mama, and they've got 3 unknowns here. Rage Fire, sure. So their next Rage Fire is going to be able to one-shot a Vampire King, things that are relevant. I'm pretty sure we're waiting at least one more turn to Herofall this. Even if we hit a slow shard here for wild, we get to play the Sensei out, which can block this. Yeah, it'll probably eat a burn, but that's fine. Just any non-slow shard, any shard here is just good, actually. Even a slow shard is fine. They can't Mama Yeti us next turn, so we'll play this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just play this out first. I think I'm gonna save my champion power until after they kill one of these VKs. Because they're gonna kill these VKs. Paw of Yazukan, sure. Yes, we can. Yes, you can. Uruunaz, not looking stellar here. Not particularly. 7-drop, not good against the aggressive deck. News at 11. Yep, burning my Sensei, so we don't... The burn is gone, has Fireball Mama. So, pretty sure we just stick to VK next turn. If he misses again here, that's great for us. Obviously. Hopefully he doesn't... One of his cards that he's at second hand doesn't allow Scar's Vengeance. That would be less than ideal. Yep, I'm just going to go ahead and play this VK out. Rune Hierophant has Sacrifice and Skyguard Steadfast in it, so... Not the worst. We know they have a troop in their hands, so this VK could possibly take their Mama Yeti away next turn if it lives. If they attack with this Baby Yeti, I'm snap blocking. Alright, we know they have Fireball here, so if they have a second Fireball or another Burn or a Crackling Bolt, they can kill this. If they don't have any of those things, I gotta imagine they're gonna hit their champ power here to try and find them. We are also at 8, so like... Alright, yeah, so we're just double killing this, I assume. Yep, so we know Mama Yeti, and then we don't know the other 2 cards in their hand. We're gonna take another 1 from this. Probably starting on the champ power next turn. If we hit like Shard into 2-drop back from here, or 2-drop into Shard from here, we can play this and then make it a 5-5, which doesn't seem like the worst. Because they could possibly be playing a Mama Yeti out next turn. Yeah, I'm going to start with the champ power here, see what we get. Just got a shard back. Alright, well, we're going to play this. I think I'm just supposed to stick this VK and hope they miss on a shard for another turn here. Mama Yeti hits next turn really sucks, but I feel like we can't really do anything with this. It's funny, this card was a second copy of Greenpaw Emancipator just before this match, and I swapped it out because I wanted like at least one go big card in the deck. And if this had been Greenpaw Emancipator here, we'd have been much better off. So they have to miss in shards twice here, which is pretty unlikely because they've only had 3 shards and 18 cards so far. Matriarch of the Flame, sure. Wow, that's really aggressive. I feel like, huh. Yeah, no blocks. So if they have Lasgar's Vengeance, we're dead either way, so there's no reason to block here. That's an okay draw. I'm going to start by hitting them with this Vampire King. I'm going to Hero Fall first, I think. Do I want to Hero Fall this? Yeah, I think I do. Sweet. So, we know the last card in their head's a Baba Yeti. So they got completely dismantled here. They missed for long enough, and we're definitely going to be able to take this game over now. Yep. I will take that. Thank you very much. Do I want to just play this Rune out? Yeah, probably. Playing this Rune out is better in case they rip another Mama Yeti off the top of their deck. I'm going to sack this Vampire so I have a 5/5. I don't think I need more life gain than that. Speaking of Greenpaw Emancipator, let's play him out here. You know, maybe I'm supposed to lead on this, because if I hit a non-slow shard with this, I can do both of these this turn. So this guy is a 4/3 for 5, that when he comes into play, he makes 2 1/1s, and as long as he's alive, he gives those 1/1s +1/+1, and he has an ability called Empower, which says that we can double every number on him. So instead of being a 5-cost 4/3 that makes 2 guys, he could be a 10-cost 8/6 that makes 4 guys. So it's real good. Yeah, we're solidly, so this game's solidly over. Harvest Moon sounds great. Killblade sounds great. Rockcast sounds great. Some Succulent Cluckodon sound great. Greenpaw and Uruunaz do not sound great. Giant Corpse Fly seems medium. I guess Greenpaw is okay. Like, they have a lot of little idiots, so like maybe that's fine. I don't know that I want these Extinctions. I don't know that I want all these Inquisitions. I guess Inquisition's nice for clearing removal out of their hand, potentially, and, like, Lasgar's Vengeance if they have it. Maybe I'm just, like, shaving a bunch of things. Like, shave 1 Extinction, 2 Paw, and 2 Inquisition. Just, like, be super non-committal. Yeah, I don't hate this. Let's give it a try. Yeah, sounds great. Just got nice solid curve right on up. We got a 1-drop on 1. If they lead on a 1-drop, we'll lead on Killblade. Okay, no 1-drop out of them means I'm just gonna Harvest Moon on 1 here. Drawing a Blood Shard is excellent, so I can make Wild with this. And then we can play Blood next turn and play this, and then on 3 we can play this for a 0/1, and then Rune Hierophant and sack either the 0/1 or this. They have, like, Psychotic Anarchist here. Like, we feel a little bit bad for not having played this out, but, like, we could play this out, and then they have Burn. And this is going to buy us some hit points anyway, so might as well just use our Life Tool as a bit of a resource. Yep, there's the Psycho. So we're going to go ahead and Harvest Moon before this hits us, because when Psychotic Anarchist hits an opponent, both players draw a card. So this prophesies onto the next troop in our deck. So if the top card of our deck is a troop, and we draw it from this, we want it to have that prophecy on there for us. Hopefully we be a professional and, like, hit one of our other 1-drops in these 2 draws here, and then we get to go Killblade plus another 1-drop next turn. If we don't hit another 1-drop, though, I'm definitely just playing Cottontail out. Just want to, like, use my resources efficiently. Taking an extra hit from this isn't that big of a deal. If this finds more than 1 resource, we'll have to discard, but, you know, boo-hoo. We'll survive. Morning Elwins. And we did find more than 1 resource. Okay, sure. We'll bin one of these extra wells. This Shard Prism we can pay 3 and cycle later if we have too many shards, and it looks like we're going to end up having too many shards, because even after we bid this Well of Ancients, we're still going to have 4 more resources to play out here, so this will be our 7th resource, which we'll likely just cycle instead of playing. Oh, my Hex Primal banner is blocking some of their stuff over here. Let's do that. I think I'll give that a try. 2 Anarchists is kind of scary. We have a Rune Hierophant next turn, though. Pretty sure, yeah, I'm just going to take these hits and draw a bunch of cards here. I don't want them to be able to burn my only troop in response to me playing the Rune Hierophant. Extinction. Huh. The Extinction's interesting. So I had it up there at one point, but it kind of blocks part of their face, but I guess that's probably fine. I had it there at one point. Can you even make it a little bit bigger over here? Yeah, that's probably fine. Killblade. Yeah, that's what I think we're doing here. I think it's just like Killblade and then Extinction next turn. Yeah, I think that's the line. And then just pass here. Because, like, if I commit this to the board, I'm not going to want an Extinction. And I'm not attacking with this, so I'd like to chump his stuff now. We'll discard this Blood Shard. How's it go, Slacker? I might touch a few other things while we're over here. Slide everything we have here up a little bit. Kind of like that, yeah. Yep, Killblade down. So if they have a Mama Yeti this turn, it's going to hurt. But I guess if they have a Mama Yeti, I really don't mind, because that means I'm getting to clean it up with Extinction. It's possible this whole line is just greedy, and I'm supposed to just have done this turn. Matriarch of the Flame, sure. And I think I'm supposed to take 2 extra points of damage here and not let them draw an extra card. Yeah. I think taking 2 extra points there to not... We have a troop coming up that gains 4 life at some point. Because of this Harvest Moon we played on the first turn. We could just die here. That's actually pretty good. Alright, so let's play this out for Wild, and then go ahead and play Extinction. We could die here. They could just, like, end step Fireball us at 10, and then start their turn and burn us out. Why is he not playing Angus as the champion? No idea. No idea. Maybe this is slightly better in the mirror because you have a higher starting life total. I have 3 troops in here, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So this paw can kill this, which is pretty good for us. I'm in the wrong spot. I wanted the game screen, the game to have more of the stream window. Wow, Drew Lasgar's Vengeance, good beats. So now the question is, I think I want to do this for a O1 here, so I have an extra blocker and also something to sacrifice to this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and void all of these and gain some life, which is nice. Also, we can do this now in chat. You can make it rain emotes on the right side. I'll just pass the turn here. No reason to activate the champ power. Don't have anything else going on, really. And there's two shards and an extinction here, so, like, really we want to flip some more cards into here that we would like to get back. Looks like opponent's flooding out here a little bit, which is good for us. I'm going to go ahead and attack with this, and then play my Runear out post-combat. I'm going to play my Runear before I make a Battle Hopper with this, because I would like the Battle Hopper to turn my Runear into a 6/6. And they can, like, kill this in response, but they have to kill both of these in response if they don't want this to get larger. Let's go ahead and do this. And again, I'm not going to hit my champ power yet, because I have other things to do with my resources here, and I have a lot of bad cards in here that I can get back. Are we double fireballing this? That's fine. God, that card's sweet. I love the digital design. That's such a good. I'm really glad that they're still. I'm excited for the future of Hex. That, like, looking at these sets, like, one of the things that's always worried me is, like, their design team's done really well so far, but, like, it's very easy to, like, drop off that uniqueness and creativity that their sets have had so far, and I'm glad to see that that's not the case. Sure, down to 14. What if you do 2 emote commands in a row? Like, one right after another. Oh, I'm so dumb. I just clicked pass. I intended to cycle this at the end step. Well, now I feel kind of stupid. Whoops. Fight your baby Eddie. Gain some more life. Play this slow shard out because I'm an idiot. So this should be in our discard pile, and we should have drawn another card. Whatever. Looks like we're winning by a lot anyways. Now the question is, do we have enough good things in our crypt that I want to activate my champion? I've got 1, 2, 3 good hits and 4 bad ones, so I think I'm still waiting on this. I still have stuff to do with the cards in my hand. I wouldn't mind adding this Shard Prism to my discard pile before I do this. And we got it. Alright. My little blunder didn't end up mattering, it doesn't look like. Let's go ahead and queue up another one here. Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your Monday here with us. Hope everyone had a good weekend. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a professional TCG player, and here on this channel we play all sorts of card games, both digital and otherwise, Hex, Magic, Pokemon, lots of different stuff. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you use that follow button there on the screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find the stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see here, you should consider making a Twitch subscription or becoming a patron on Patreon. Both of those come with different little perks and benefits that are listed below, and they help support myself financially. If you're looking for more content for myself, you can look on my YouTube channel, which is linked in the stream information below. Find lots of Hex and all sorts of different stuff on there, broken up by game, by deck, by matchup. So, is Eulogy going away? What set is Eulogy in? Is that set 1 or set 2? What do we got? So, I was talking on Discord this morning, like, they're like, alright, what do I want to play today? And I was like, well, I haven't really played against Angus in a while, so I'm going to go ahead and play Rabbit Rock, because, like, the only bad matchups for this deck are, like, the aggressive Ruby decks. Just, like, run into two aggressive Ruby decks in a row. I guess we're 1-0 so far, so shouldn't complain too much, but just, like, ironic that just, like, we made the decision because of one thing and then just, like, getting super the opposite. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit Sensei for now. Eulogy is set 2. Okay. They always have a burn, so we're gonna get burned. Good times. Alright, we'll play a Giant Corpse Fly next turn, which makes this a 2-1 with Flight that makes them discard a card from their hand. Alright, we got another troop out of their hand. That's interesting. Snap blocking Bolt Spasm here if we get the chance. As another Anarchist, sure. Thanks, Chris. Well, I appreciate you. Appreciate your subscription here. Helps me continue to do the Hex content and all the other content that I do. Alright, come on. Non-slow shard. Non-slow shard. Non-slow shard. Come on. Come on. Alright, we hit on that one at least, I guess. Am I holding up Rockcast here? I feel like I'm just playing on another Cottontail Explorer, right? And just, like, Extinctioning next turn. Like, on a scale of 1 to dead, we're almost certainly dead, but, you know, we'll give it the old college try. Just like Shard, blast us to 7, Mama Yeti us, kill, dead, just super dead. Just, yep, or Lasgar's Vengeance, actually just dead. Womp womp. Alright, Killblades, Harvest Moon, Rockcast, Succulent Cluckodon, Extinction's out, Top End out, Inquisition out, Paw of Yazukan out. Just like split the two of those, submit, hope for the best. Yeah, we never would have had hope to beat that hand on the draw. And then, again, that's why the deck we're playing against right now, Angus, is the reason why I stopped playing this deck I'm playing right now. The matchup's solidly medium at best, like probably just bad. Hey, Nemesis, what's up? Yeah, every Monday afternoon. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, always guaranteed Hex days. I haven't been doing... A lot of my extra bonus streams have not been Hex lately, and that's mostly because I'm waiting for the next set to drop. When set 6 drops, we're going to play a lot of Hex. So I'm getting all of my other gaming out of the way before that happens. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. It's a little Shard Prism, slightly awkward, but we've got a Cottontail Explorer that's hopefully going to help us find some more shards. We've got a Harvest Moon, we've got a Cluckodon, we've got a Cheesesmythe, so just a lot of the things that we want to have going on in a hand are going on in this hand. Correct. Yes, you're not. That's exactly what will happen. We'll switch decks, and then we'll just queue into mono Kagulichu decks that we could never beat. All right, we hit a shard on that at least. Better hashtag better than bricking. Yeah, the Ardent decks are very good against Angus, and then they'll have a burn again. God bless America! It's literally the exact same start 2 games in a row. Actually, the exact same start. This is such an embarrassing card when you don't play it on the first turn of the game. Oh, it's mildly frustrating. At least we've got running Cluckodons here. We'll play this out so we can get Crackling Bolted or Fireballed. He'll go Anarchist, Fireball our blocker, crack us for 6 again. His baby Yeti doesn't even have a pumpkin. Can we just not miss our 4th shard drop on 4? Come on, we're playing 25 here. We played a Cottontail Explorer to find our 3rd. Can we just, like, draw 1 shard this game? Can we draw 1 shard? God bless America. Land of the free and home of the brave. Maybe this Harvest Moon can pull us through here. Come on. Come on. Daddy needs a shard. Come on! God bless. Alright, so past the turn here. Maybe these Cluckodons can pull us out. Nah, maybe I'm supposed to hit this here. Yeah, we could hit the Harvest Moon back to our hand. Just like, Mama Yeti, kill us. Matriarch of the Flames, kill us. Also reasonable. Attack with these 2, probably. Just everything. Yeah, you get on. You get on in there. I mean, the data disagrees with you. Like, of all of the Angus decks, of all of the people playing all of the Angus decks, they're winning less than 60% of their matches. It's like 57 or 58%, which is a good win percent, but it's not more than some of the other decks. There are other decks that are also doing have similarly good win percentages. So the fact that they didn't have a shard for this last turn means that even if they draw a shard this turn, we can block this. Except when they had the Lasgar's Vengeance in their opening hand 2 games in a row, and then hit us with this, and then double Fireball instead. Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh! Oh! Oh, God! Come on! Oh! Oh, you know, sometimes you just get run over. The old Lasgar's Vengeance you for 1. Remember that time we kept 2 shards on the play, played a Cottontail Explorer, and then still missed our 4th shard drop? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yes, they do. I hope everyone is having a better morning than I am, afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. I gained 11 health that game. I did not, did I gain? No, I gained 8. I Harvest Mooned and I Cluckodoned. Yeah, I gained 8. If I would have gained 11 life, 3 more life, we would have won that game. Like we had all the tools in hand that we needed to win that game. We had another prophecy troop coming up. We had a Cluckodon in hand. We had plenty of things. Cottontail. I mean, Cottontail at least drew a shard. He did draw 1 shard. Like we just didn't draw a shard in 3 draw steps in our 25 shard deck. Well, you know, at least he changed decks to a matchup that's good for us. God bless him. I don't know why he'd switch off of Angus after the 2 draws he just had there. This hand's medium. We've got a nice curve. We got a piece of spot removal for their first big threat. Vampire King can hopefully pressure after that. This, like, the way this match these games have gone so far against our opponent, there's just, like, a 0% chance this doesn't turn into the 4-mana 9/9, right? Just like actually impossible for this to be anything other than the 9/9 plant. Just, right? Just like that's the... The top deck skill, you're not wrong. You know, it's funny, people have been complaining about this current Hex constructed format, and I agree that this is probably the worst of the last couple Hex constructed formats I've played, but it's still very good, and there's a lot of very reasonable decks. Alright, thankfully we've got these VKs to hopefully stabilize after we just kill this Rune Hierophant here. Alright, so I'll grab a blood here, and then I'm just going to spend this Herofall now, because, like, if he's got another rabbit I want to kill, it could have Gargolith, just, like, lots of reasons to just kill this ASAP. Look at that. We got a rabbit out of their hand. So for those that are unfamiliar with Hex or new to the game, Herofall not only destroys the troop you target with it, but it also takes all copies of that troop out of their deck in hand, so... Well, you call it early. You're not wrong, Immortals. We're like one more rough match away from the tilt draft drop. Yeah, Planeswalkers are pretty miserable. I'm just going to chump here, and there's 2 reasons to chump. 1, I would like to gain 4 life by not taking damage from this, and 2, my opponent has 4 resources, which means next turn they could have 5 resources, which means they could play out a Crocosaur next turn, and Crocosaur has to battle exactly 2 troops, so if I only have this Vampire King in play, they can't fight my 2 guys. Good! Oh! Oh! That's fine. That's fine. That's, you know, whatever. Sometimes you die. This is just quality, just like good, solid life advice. Sometimes you die.
All right, so we're gonna cut the giant corpse flies in this matchup because our opponent generally has a lot of extra cards in their hand that just like aren't high impact, so they like have extra like resources and stuff. Thank you for the cheer. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the Killblades as well, just because they help us bring our curve down, and like they often trade up. Like they're generally trading for a card that costs more resources than them. What do I want to trim now? Greenpaw is not particularly impressive. Uruunaz is like medium, could take it or leave it. I think I just want to trim 2 Inquisitions. They're like okay to like check and clear the way for Croc, but like they're bad top decks in the late game. I think I'd rather just like have more spot removal. Liquidator the first with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, this hand is very good. We do have to make the decision. So we do have to make the decision. So Rockcast takes double Blood Threshold, and Artisanal Cheesesmythe takes double Wild Threshold. So like we have to choose between whether or not we want to be able to Rockcast on 2 or Cheesesmythe on 3. I think if they Brave on 1, we want to be able to Rockcast on 2. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm going to play this out, and then this Rockcast is going to kill... I'm not going to kill the Howling Brave with the Rockcast. I would rather kill whatever their follow-up play is, whether it's a Clobberdon or, excuse me, a Rune or Hierophant or a Might Singer. Yep, there's Rune or Hierophant, so like 10 out of 10, happy to just destroy this. Yep, put Skyguard Steadfast in here, that's smart. They saw Vampire King out of us. I'll break those up afterwards, and I'll definitely like 10 out of 10 gonna end up on YouTube. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure it ends up in the right place. I could play this out as a 2/2, but that seems real loose. So I'm just gonna pass the turn here. Next turn we'll play out this for an 0/1, and then we'll play Rune or Hierophant and sacrifice it to make a 5/5. I have some meager video editing skills of my own, so. I can my video editing skills include cutting and pasting video clips. Hey, another one of those is not bad. Opponent didn't have a play this turn, so like doesn't have Might Singer in their hand, doesn't have a lot of things in their hand, so that's good. Let's go ahead and do this and eat this. Alright, what do you got for a 5/5? Eulogy's pretty good. I think we just need to hit the champ power here. If we get really lucky with this, we can kill this. Alright, so we only binned 1 troop there. So what I'm going to do here is... do I want to play... So if I play this out, I don't get an 0/1. I think I'm going to cycle this Shard Prism here and see what we find. This gives us our second wild for this down the line. And this actually works out really well for us here. So we get to play this out here for an 0/1. And what this 0/1 does is it's going to allow us to chump block their Dreadling when it attacks next turn, which will give us a 3rd troop in our crypt so we can paw Scrounge to kill this. And I can Inquisition him here with these other 2 resources. And then we will happily take this Oberon's Eulogy out of their hand, because I'm not beating a second one of those. They have a Balthazar in their hand, but it is what it is. Yeah, there's a lot of plants. Like, the chance of hitting the 9/9 is really, really low. There's probably at least 10 or so plants. Croc's not fine. But I guess he only has one opening to draw a Croc there, so I think I like my line. Because, yeah, so, like, now I can jump with this, and then Paw's gonna get to kill this. So, I'm gonna go ahead and Paw, scrounge these 3 nerds. So when we scrounge this, it gets to destroy target card. So we kill this, and now this is a 7/7, and this is gone, so this is immune to a Croc. And then I get to go ahead and attack with my 7/7, and then next turn, regardless of what we draw, we're probably going Shard into VK Cheesesmythe here. Yeah, we gave him a window to Croc us, but there's 15 plants, so 1 in 15 to get the 9/9. I'm going to take 3 here. This attack means they have Croc in their hand. They want me to chump block here so they can Croc and kill this. Yeah, that's fine. You can have a Young Seer. Master Moss, sure. So when this dies, it comes back as a 2/2, which we really don't care about. This screams Scorn. It said Croc to me more than Scorn, but I could see Scorn being what it's saying. If I'm reading their play last turn as I have a Croc, should I not play out this Vampire and this Cheesesmythe? Yeah, I think I'm just going to play out the VK here. Because this way, if they have a Croc, they're going to Croc the VK plus the Paw. And then that means I can play the Cheesesmythe out after this. And then if they don't have Croc, like this is just going to get pressure in the air, so... Yeah, this card's really sweet. And with the flip magic card, so this is a 5/5, it comes back as a 2/2. And then when this 2/2 hits us, it turns back into the 5/5. So it's just like a really, really annoying recurring threat, basically. Playing this out for free. Both the Yugg-Seer prophecies went onto here. Okay, sweet. My read on Croc was correct there last turn. So they're going to Croc, fight these 2. They'll gain 4 life from the Carnosaur, because the Carnosaur says whenever you battle anything, you gain 2 life. And then I'll gain 3 life because my Vampire King has life drain. This is an 8/8, and they have 8, 9, 10, 11. They have 12 power out, so I'm not going to be able to attack into their board, which kind of sucks. Let's see what we hit here with this. We're going to make an 0/1 here, so this gets larger. Hit the champ power. Bricks, 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 bricks. It's not worth trading my Runeair for the front half of this and this, or the front half of this and these 2 and this. I could attack, and if he dog piles, like, yeah, it's just not worth it. They're not gonna be able to deal with this 10/10, so I'm just gonna pass the turn for now. This Cheesesmythe every turn creates a random piece of cheese. There are 3 different types of cheese for those that are unfamiliar. One of them is a 7/6 or 7/5 troop with Steadfast and Crush. Another one is a card that brings any card from a discard pile to our hand. And the third one is a constant that gains us life every turn. I'm going to jump block with this. This could say Croc. This could be a Croc again. Because if this hits this for 5, then Croc can finish it. And chumping with this means... my opponent would have to trade the Croc anyways. Yep. God, my reads are good today. So now they get to eat this, which is unfortunate. Like, the fact that we were bricking off and dying here wouldn't be that big of a deal if we had a Cheesesmythe, because the Cheesesmythe is going to generate value for us every turn. But now we need to hit some action. This attack does mean we get to push with the Runeair this turn, so, like, kill target Young-Seer. Alright, Extinction is a good piece of insurance. If they ever find a way to deal with this or things just get out of control, Extinction just, like, 4 costs destroy all the things. Is it maybe worth it to consider the unblockable gem instead of sack? I don't think so. Jumping up to a 5/5 right away is pretty important. It makes it difficult for your Runeair Hierophant to be killed by Crocosaur. I could see an argument for putting unblockable plus sack in it and just like cutting the Skyguard Steadfast, but I like that this card can play defense in this matchup. That being said, if this was unblockable, we probably would have won this game a couple of turns ago. Eulogy. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Is that their 3rd copy of Eulogy? Just casual 3 eulogies in your top 20 cards. When your Elvish Visionary draws you Wrath of God. Hey, this is Damnation, thank you very much. It's blood-colored. Yeah, pretty happy to eat this and then jump here. That's fine. This is marginally worse if we draw, like, exactly another Rune or Hierophant, but anything other... Oh! Oh, that comes back and gets huge. Things you don't really think about for 100. Well then. I guess I'm passing the turn here. We've had how many paws in our top? We've had 1 paw in 24 cards, and they had 3 eulogies in 20 cards, you know? NBD. Quality average. This doesn't make it constant for them, a troop for them at least. They've got Ramp in here? Ramp seems wrong. That's gotta be worse than make a random troop. Alright, here's a VK. We've got this Herofall to crush this Rune Hierophant with Reach, and then we can start attacking with this and buffering our life total a little bit here. Okay, they can champ power now. Sure. So you're probably attacking with these 3. Just attacking with that, sure. Why not attack and Herofall in combat? Because they could, like, dogpile this, and this is what's holding these stupid things at bay. This was before he played the Rune. Because I wanted to save the Herofall in the event of, like, Croc or something else like that. Like, the way you want to ask yourself is, like, how am I actually losing this game? And I think, like, not having the spot removal for an important threat like Rune Hierophant or a Crocosaur is how we lose at this point. So this has them dead fairly quickly now. Maybe I'm supposed to pressure with this now, but, like, Croc just, like, destroys us because the Croc gets bigger from the Oberyn's Eulogy. Unlike Magic, there isn't a draw step in this game, Rogue. Your draw is just something that happens in between changing zones. I don't understand why we're... Okay, Rune Hierophant, not the worst. I think I want to save this for when we either have something to sacrifice to it or post-extinction if we're forced to pull the trigger on this. More troops in the crypt for Eulogy, that's fair. Why wouldn't you attack with the 1/1 then? This resource isn't doing anything. That was their best draw. Are we dead? We might be dead. 12/12, they can make another 12/12 here. Yep. Oh, this gives him exactly 12/12 so they can attack into the Rune Hierophant. That makes sense. I'm a little confused why they shipped the Balthazar instead of the Howling Brave, but you know, to each their own. We're not dead here. Yeah, we can eat this, Hero Fall this, and take 27 and then kill them on the crackback. Alright, so I can eat this here, and then if I kill this, I take 26, so... No, we kill that and take 26. And then they're dead to any removal spell here, so... I like making me have it there, that seems plenty reasonable. These go away. Things that are not removal spells for 100. Yep, play this out. Battle Hooper. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to leave the VK back just in case they hit. If they hit another Dread Harvest, I'm going to want the VK to be back. So, yeah, I'm just going to attack with this and kill their Carnosaur. Correct. Yeah, top deck seal. So the card, they have different names when they're on the flip side. When they transform, they are a functionally different card in Hex. They actually turn into the other card. You know, this kind of sounds weird to say, but I wonder if I don't actually want... If I don't want the third... I wonder if I don't want the third Extinction against Shoku. Don't sack to the rabbit. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, maybe that's right. I'm not sure what else we'd bring in if we don't bring in the third Extinction, but Extinction's kind of clunky because it's not good against this. Hey, look, a redraw. Dead to any removal spell, doo-da, doo-da. Dead to any removal spell, oh, the doo-da day. So, if I attack with both of these, if they draw Dread Harvest, they can make 3 Dreadlings, and we're still not dead to that because I have a Cheesesmythe. So, yeah, I probably should have pressured with this last turn. Playing around Dread Harvest was wrong. Yeah, I should have just attacked with that last turn. If they don't draw Dread Harvest here, or Croc, we're in a good spot. They haven't played that many Crocs, though, right? No, I'm a liar. They've played. It might be a short day for Hex. It might be a short day for Hex. Just like, actually, I guess I should have, if I would have attacked with this last turn, I would be killing them this turn. So, like, my mistake cost me, basically. Yeah, so I messed this up. It's still kind of frustrating because, like, they hit their best draws, but I did make a mistake this game, and that's what you want to focus on. You want to focus on the things you can change. Yeah, I mean, hit you with this, hope you... So, at this point, I shouldn't play this, because if my opponent draws Crocosaur, it allows them to kill Vampire King. Shard kills us here. Anything that makes a wild threshold kills us here. That does not kill us here. Alright. Alright, we get a game 3. We get a game 3. Despite myself, we get a game 3. What am I doing here? Extra Inquisition in? I don't hate Steel Intel, honestly. We're on the draw. I'm gonna cut the Gemborn on the draw and bring in another Inquisition. Let's do this. See how it feels. Games are all about the serenity of prayer. Yep. And honestly, that's one of the most difficult things you can do to grow as a TCG player, is to be able to identify the things that are within your control and the things that are not. And that's key to becoming better at games that have variance by design, is being able to recognize when you actually got unlucky and when you made a mistake. And that last game was a fantastic example of that identifying when you got unlucky and when you made a mistake, because that game, our opponent drew very, very well. But if I lost that game because they drew a Shard or a Wild Threshold producer on that last turn, that was on me, because I didn't attack with that Vampire King that turn, because I was playing around something I shouldn't have been playing around that turn. So if I lost that second game, it was on me, even though my opponent drew well. Like, your opponent drawing is not something you control. The decisions we make are the things I could control. And I made a bad decision that game, and we almost lost because of it. Yeah, Malice is only for the control matchups. I bring it in against Diamond Sapphire and other Kagulichu decks. This hand's got a lot of stuff in it. Interesting that they chose the Chloro on 2 instead of Dread Harvest. I guess they wanted to Wrathwood, so I guess we're just taking the Wrathwood, right? Just like 10 out of 10, not close. Next turn, they'll Dread Harvest plus Might Singer, which is a little annoying, but eh. Nope. Double Might Singer, definitely better than my suggested play, you know? Play this out. I'm just going to Herofall this. Yeah, I'm just going to Herofall this. I could just play the Killblade and that stops them from attacking, but then they're just going to sit and grow larger, so that's really not very profitable for us. And I'd rather make sure they don't draw another Might Singer. Why do you draw cards? Why do you draw cards? Why do you get bigger than 7/7? Just all of the whys, Might Singer. Yep, take 5, go to 15. Alright, let's start on this and then hit the champ power and get this Herofall back. Alright, so we got an Inquisition. A Rockcast would have done it too. I guess at least it wasn't a Shard. Yeah, we know he has a Croc in hand. Might Singer's really pushed. It's one of the, and like all TCGs have this. This is just like the de facto answer or die card, basically. Like, it's just what it is. Just answer this card or you're gonna lose the game. Like kill the Dark Confidant or it's gonna bury you. Man, that's unreal. Yeah, might as well trade this off. Drew infinite cards. Ugh. He drew cards on Might Singer 3 out of the 4 times he triggered it. And the first of which was a Balthazar that drew him 7 cards off the Might Singer. Yep. I mean, I guess we can keep playing. Maybe he didn't draw an Oberon's Eulogy. Maybe he didn't draw an Oberon's Eulogy. Maybe he had 3 Oberon's Eulogies in the top 20 cards of his deck last game. Maybe there were no Oberon's Eulogies in the top however many cards of his deck this game. That doesn't look like an Oberon's Eulogy. It does not, in fact. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so this is a 3/3 now. He probably wants to go to post-combat. A Karn, sure. Please don't fight this. That means he has a second Karn if he fights this. God bless. Any removal. This could be anything. Even a piece of removal. God bless. Huh! Alright. Survey says... Your deck full of troops. Your deck that has hit 3 out of 4 times on Might Singer. Crocosaur. Ah! And then they're gonna croc us next turn, and we'll die. Die a horrible, horrible death. Horrible, horrible, horrible death. Knife Cat is what we've been calling the character I've been playing in Skyrim. I never actually played through Skyrim when it came out so many years ago, so I had a box set laying around that I found in my storage room, and I've been playing through it and streaming it. I feel like Knife Cat would cut the crap out of this Crocosaur. Oh, is it on me? Why did we kill the 0-1 instead of the 1-1? Do you just like have a Karn so it doesn't matter? Yep, sometimes you die. Sometimes it happens, you know, 4 games out of 5 against the same person. I'm not going to block with this in the event that we draw a Rune or Hierophant. No reason to just gain 1 life. Alright, play this. Hit 1 shard at least. Let's dodge a second croc out of them this turn. We can play this and shoot down the 1 Crocosaur that they have. I think I want to do that. Yeah. Kill this, and then we're not dead on board, so pass the turn. We're mostly dead, but we're not dead on board, so glass half full. Hold on. I need to pause for a second. Crapping on Metronome on the forums will make me feel better here. He's just like a typical TCG player crybaby. Like he's crapping. He's like complaining that Angus, there's games where he just doesn't get to make any decisions and blah 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 blah. And we're dead here because we're at 5 and they made 4. What? I don't understand. Sure, block that one, I guess. Why didn't you kill me? Could you not have killed me? I feel like I could have died there. Maybe I couldn't have. Now the question is, am I better off cycling this or playing it and hitting my champ power? I feel like I'm better off playing it and hitting my champ power because there's a lot of okay stuff in here. Yeah, the 25 mana card seems very, very good. Alright, we drew a Rune or Hierophant. We actually, and then we play this out, and then we're block 1, 2, 3, and then just super dead on board. Needed to hit Vampire King back there. Alright, to quote one of the greatest philosophers of our time, let's shake it off and cue another match here. Metronomy strikes me as the type of player, and I've encountered these players, and I was one of these players for a long time in Magic. Like, everyone goes through this phase. Like, people that become really good at TCGs, most of us go through this phase where we're not very nice, honestly. Like, there's this really frustrating midpoint when you're basically leveling up as a TCG player, where you recognize that you're a technically better player than a lot of the people you're playing against, but at the same time, you're not winning all of your matches, and it's just incredibly frustrating because you can't realize, like, it's hard to accept that variance by design means even though you're better than some of the people you're playing against, you're still not going to beat them all of the time or even most of the time, because that's not how the game's intended to be. And they're just obnoxious to people like that are just obnoxious to interact with. Keep. Grandfather Elk, sweet. This matchup is great for us. It's much better than the Shoku deck because they generally don't have Oberon's Eulogy, which is the one card that can really steal games out of Shoku. And our Extinctions are excellent in this matchup. So. We're going to play this Cottontail Explorer because it gives us our highest chance of hitting our third shard here. And some games have more or less variance in them, but, you know, that's by design. And actually, that's one of the reasons why I've really been enjoying the Pokemon TCG, is because it's probably the lowest variance out of any of the TCGs I've played to date. It's very enjoyable. And I like Hex a lot. Hex is, you know, probably number 2 for me right now. Like, Pokemon's pretty great. I've really been, and that's probably partially because Pokemon's still very new to me. Like, new shiny things are exciting. But, yeah, Pokemon's a great TCG. Cannot recommend it. Cannot recommend it enough. Correct. Yes, that is completely true, top deck skill. Having a 60% win rate is very respectable. I'm going to go ahead and lead on Inquisition here. I mean, that's just, like, true about, like, all things, JXC. So, I'm going to take the Dreamweaver Ancient here, because I really don't want them hitting me with it and, like, making a giant thing next turn, whereas we've got a Rune Hierophant that can block this Master Moss down the line. Actually, I'm going to pound my champ power here. We might get this Inquisition back. I just got a Cottontail Explorer. That's fine. That's fine. I have never played a game as punishing as Pokemon TCG. So, and the coin flips in Pokemon are actually a great example of how deck building affects the TCG, because you can play decks that don't have any coin flip effects in them in Pokemon. It gives you optional variants that you can insert into the decks you're playing. And I think that's a good thing, to have optional variants inside of the decks. So here, we're going to play this. We're going to sack the Cottontail Explorer, make this a 5-5. We'll play this out to make this a 6-6. We'll play this out to make this a 7-7. My Monday's going very reasonable. As a person and life as a whole, life is swell. As far as Hex TCG goes, we are getting ranched this afternoon. Just absolutely destroyed, mercilessly, over and over again. But, you know, comes the beat sometimes. Alright, I have a feeling my opponent's hero is going to fall here. Just call it a feeling. Probably go Fall plus Cottontail Explorer next turn. Yeah, exactly, top deck skill. Like, optional variants. And those are cards that I've never... I registered Collecting Company once, I almost lied. I have registered Collected Company one time. There was this one time at band camp where we registered Collected Company. Just gonna go ahead and kill this now. Hopefully their last card's not Gargolith. I was going to stop using it. Come on now. Come on now. Urban Dictionary makes everything dirty, Immortal. And besides, as colorful as that definition is, it aptly describes what happened to us today. What are we stats? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Probably... I'm getting pretty close to being able to trigger this Might Singer, so probably that, actually. Did the game noises just get a lot louder, or is that just me? Did the game noise just get a lot louder for you, or is that just my headset that I bumped? They got a lot louder? Okay, I have no idea what happened. Weird. I'm gonna tone them down. Happens when you tab out. Odd. Oh, you guys couldn't hear the game noises at all? Maybe I'll leave them up a little bit. Oh, the empowered effect makes it louder? That's funny. Is that a bug? Is that on the known bugs list? Seems like a bug. Oh, I can get a random troop, or I could do this. Random troop, this. I can do this later. Got the old Stinkhorn here. Pass the turn back. Alright, so I don't love Inquisition in this matchup. Uruunaz is fine. This isn't great. Corpse Fly, again, they have a lot of things they just don't mind discarding. Killblade's in, Rockcast in, Extinction in, a Gemborn Prowler is fine to bring in. And I think I don't mind bringing the Steel Intels in, honestly. Seems okay. Give this a go. Yeah, I mean, I board Killblade in this matchup, so, like, hitting Stinkhorn's not the worst by any means. This hand's a little medium. I think this hand's a trap. We have all of our resources, but just like not having a removal spell at our opening hand is pretty bad. Like we have 4 Extinctions on our deck post board, so I think I'm gonna mulligan. This hand's not much better. It's got an answer to a Rune Hierophant in it at least, so it depends on someone asking how difficult it gets once you get past 90. I've been solidly in the 30 to 40 range for most of the season, and every previous season I finished like in the top 20 or so. As the seasons get longer, people get more and more points density together, it feels like, and it becomes harder and harder to start moving up. But then there's also some people, like, as the season go on, that they realize how much work it is and they stop playing, so like once you get towards the top, you kind of cement a spot basically, which is nice. Okay, opponent did not have a Rune Hierophant start, so this hand seems fine so far. There's a Howling Brave start. There's a Rune Hierophant of our own. By the way, people who have watched my content before, any thoughts or opinions on the new stream layout that I have today versus my previous one with the dedicated chat and webcam sections? What level is my hex account? Like mid-20s? When they added account leveling last season, I was already in the top 10, so I didn't have to play that much to maintain that position. Or like top 20 or something. Yeah, top deck. That's one of the reasons why that's something that reduces the variance in Hex that I really like. So Hex does two really great things to reduce variance coming from a game like Magic. And the first is the one you just said, where, like, you know your opponent's champion, so you can make educated mulliganing decisions before the game even starts, just like estimating what kind of deck they're playing based on their champion. And the other one is that the way champions work with charge powers is that it makes it so we really can what's the word I'm looking for? Reduce the risk of flooding out because when you draw too many resources, you have something to do with those resources from the charges they give you. Do you think the chat's not appearing on screen for long enough? I can toggle the duration on how long the messages are appearing on screen. I've got it set for 45 seconds. Oh, God. Oh, we're about to get crocked and died. Oh, I was not thinking about Lullaby here. I was just thinking, well, this makes my rabbit a 6/6, which means playing this out is fine because he can't crock me now. And now he gets to crock me, kill both of these, and keep the 5/6. Yep. As someone who watches a lot of Twitch TV content, I will never not have chat on screen for my Twitch stream because I prefer chat to be on screen when I watch people stream Twitch, especially card games like this, because I'm often watching on something like my Chromecast or my phone, and when I'm on my phone, I want to be able to turn my phone to the side and still see chat and read what people are talking about, so that way I can flip it and respond. And same thing with the Chromecast. Like, the Chromecast doesn't have chat on the screen when you cast, so I want to see the chat on screen. Do you need help, Jake? Do you need help? Alrighty, well, normally I'd concede here, but we have 3 Extinctions in our deck, so let's try and draw one. Or we're dead. Yep, alright, well, I could have played around the Lullaby, but I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. Lullaby kind of makes me want Inquisition in my deck, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to cut the Steel Intels and bring in the Inquisitions and cut this Gemborn. I mean, I thought 45 seconds was a long time. I think I want Inquisition on 2. We'll play Slow Shard for Blood on 1 here. It's amazing how different that game is if I just, like, don't attack into that Lullaby. Jake, can I help you? You want to bring your tablet here and I'll help you? Alright, Herofall's a great pickup here. Alright, has Lullaby, so we get to know about that. God, we really just don't care about any of these cards, do we? We'll care about the Lullaby at some point, but knowing it's there, we can play around it, so... yeah. Drew Might Singer. Seems good. Have a Herofall, take that down at least. It's always funny, you know, when does Might Singer draw cards? Whenever you don't control it, that's when Might Singer draws cards. Hopefully they drew another Might Singer. Why not take Karn and Herofall the Hierophant? Because of what just happened here. My opponent's deck has has threats in it, and now we can always guaranteed kill the follow-up threat. I just, like, don't give two craps about a Carnosaur. Like, if anything, I might consider taking the Lullaby, because it's going to be annoying to play around at some point, but, like, I'd much rather just, like, guaranteed have the answers in my answer deck. I think, objectively speaking, you're supposed to take their threat there, because you know they're going to play another threat at some point in this game that you're going to need to Herofall. I'm going to hit the champ power here first, because if we hit Inquisition, I want to play it. And again, yep, just going to take their threat. Sure. Binned an Extinction. Still haven't binned. That's our first troop binned. Hopefully this finds some more troops to put in there. Watch him find no troops now that the champion power put shards in. Or him find no shards. Well, there's some troops. Oh, wish granted. Pass the turn? Yep. I don't know what you mean about he wouldn't have drawn it, Crapzor. I mean, at least we're still in a good spot here. Like, this paw gets to kill this. No, we're playing 4 paws in this deck, so there's still a 4th paw in our deck to draw. Lead on this. Make an educated decision on this. Play this out for a rabbit now that we have another wild source here. Void that, void that, void that. Sounds good. Kill this guy. Yeah, I love that the Cottontail, it's such a mental thing, and it's functional with prophecy cards, but, like, I love that, like, Cottontails and Kagulichus, like, flip cards from the bottom of your deck. Sure, you have a 5/5. Ugh. Rockcast would have been a blowout there, and, like, there's never a world where, like, I'm not playing this to, like, hold up a Rockcast, though, I don't think. He's back to 6 cards in his hand, because he drew Balthazar. Yep. Extinction no longer an out because these come back as 2/2s. Alright, it's one of our better hits. Maybe they don't have a second croc. Maybe they don't have a second croc. Come on. Big bucks, no Crocosaur. Alrighty, I know when I've had enough. I know when I've had enough. Got it. Good.